think it's time we return to Utoliolo. After scaling Toral's tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast to the death, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we could visit the next destination laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear the forward cabins calling our names. Right. Rest well, everyone. We can meet back here later on. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace, Wuklamat? Wuklamat, did you hear me? Lost in her own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. Attendant is standing by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. I'm not staying. Oh, I guess I am staying. I wanted to go check out the nightlife. I was going to go get some drinks, maybe go find myself some techno bar, go do some dancings. That would be fun. Welcome back, Mr. Salas. Your cabin is just as you left it, minus a light layer of dust. Only Sir Emmerich was here. Oh, who's that? That's a big couch.
You have a moment? There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Fine.
So, it's just too stuffy in here, that's what.
Oh my god, just spit it out!
We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air, that's what we need.
Sorry to drag you away from your nice, comfortable cabin. I can feel the walls closing in. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favorite places in Tuliolo. That should help me to get my thoughts in order. Go to the Resplendent Quarter and make our way up from there. No, she's not. Emmerich is the best, man. I don't care what you're talking. I don't care. Where are we going? Up here. You're delusional. He has more personality in his thumb than Wookamat has in her entire body. Sheila, what are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? It's much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant with the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Oh, there's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it'll help. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshiwa. Thank you, Third Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. Oh, those smiling faces. Sorry, Rizlin. I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we've made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. I think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first. Then we can head to that spot I was thinking of.
This is much better. I used to come here all the time when I was little. Would look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of Warkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural? Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war. And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far. I realized nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others. Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
You know what this game needs? This game needs a Viscerator. He makes everything better. Especially with reproductions. You wish for a dream like in the Yakui's dream?
With eternal life and no struggle or conflict, it's certainly an ideal worth striving for. Who knows if we could make such a world a reality? But renouncing war and conquest seems like a good place to start. So, this is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in harmony. It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be. It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies.
Pretty much dragging you across the finish line.
If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me?
I just want to kill things.
Thank the gods for that. Well, I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the caverns.
You know, I'm thinking Xenos might have been onto something. He might have been onto something. I'm thinking maybe I gave him a bum rap. Who sleeps like that? Seriously. I am not the worst. Whatever. I think Chusman would even agree with me there. Maybe that's a meteorite that's coming to, like, cause havoc. That would be great. We need conflict. Sleep on my stomach. No, I sleep on my stomach. It's the best way to sleep. I mean, I know it's bad for you, but I can't sleep any other way. My body, like, if I try and sleep it, like, on my back, my body, in the middle of the night, my body just, like, flips over. I can't stop it. You look to be in good spirits. I assume your leisure time is well spent. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. What is preventing this from... Oh. Here we go. Sure, the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants as they let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Zeralja and Guana have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Buklamat would be equal with them but for Bakul Jaja's thievery, which has left us one short. The conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof, and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. He'd have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine. This I swear. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Bakul Jaja's unleashing of Eligarmanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take another one. Nashu, get out of the way! We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. Can't say I'd be comfortable with that. Neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repast and the Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamulja and Jabral in the forests of Yaktel, specifically near a village called Ikrash. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Eorzea has a similar tale. The explorer Kentenren confronted a 2-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travels across Taral. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least, that is the commonly held belief. Two-headed king certainly sounds like Papa, so this Kentenren fellow must have come to Tuliolal. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet. Vestiges of Yakui architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Ottar, didn't you? Then Kentenren must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? The grandest in Taral. Once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamulja's homeland. It too lies in Yaktel, not far from Ikrash. And all things considered, Yaktel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding in one of Kuona's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? Well, she was asleep on the desk, but then she decided to get up and go over to Chusman's desk because Chusman came downstairs. Yes, we're going to see the Majulis. Oh. The next flight to Yaktel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Are we sure that thing will stay in the air all the way to Yaktel? Oh, are you ready? Bags packed and goodbye said. There's no going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Just until I've settled my nerves. Maybe ask Aaronville. No, I wouldn't do that to Aaronville. Fine. Of course. You're the nicest person I've ever met, Rizlin. Try not to crush your hand. Pablo. Oh yeah. There she is. Third promise. Wait just a moment. Mablu, Topley. Of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Kryle's earring. Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Yaktaral as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at a market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? I don't remember what Tobley's voice was. One in Yaktel, to where it seems you are already bound. What luck! Then I shall see my next clue once we arrive. Is it a mere coincidence that brought my grandfather here, or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rite. Thanks. I won't let you down. Just got to board this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Let's go for passengers to Yaktel. Hope she wins. Yaktel will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. I know, yawning again. I did a lot of work. I did a lot of cleaning and stuff today.
The fierce Shepral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named. It is here, where the Shepral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the rite of succession would reach its climax.
Maybe my nose sprays. Oh. It's better.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Cozumauca.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
Oh, Wooklema totally is. She's going in.
It was one time.
Again.
Is the Chabral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
Thicker vegetation comes of reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. Luke's probably gonna get kidnapped again. I still think the Ebola song is better. Good, everyone's accounted for. Ikrash is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Yeah, it is. I don't know why you ignore it. Mirabelle was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we made it here without incident. It's not deadly any longer. Ready to head on in? Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. The third promise and her retinue, I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of the Stars, at the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. Everyone? And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. No, it's not Bajuli. But we're gonna come across him, don't you worry.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide. I wouldn't have bothered with Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As Ibrash Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people. As all 4 claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise. If you would please join us. Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Dang it, we're gonna get freaking Zeralja or something.
Twelve forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red.
Blue.
On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red. Which means...
Together again, as fate would have it.
Victory's as good as ours.
Oh my god, well, stop jinxing us!
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one-head.
Have fun.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
They ain't gonna know how to cook.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say? Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanuhanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelupelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
Yes, mine
With
is the
each
crock
feat,
pot.
we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuliyollal onto a more prosperous future. The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivil will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
Also, peoples are different groups of people.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
So, like, if you're talking about, like, different types of cultures, you would say different peoples. This is a different group of people. Okay. Unfortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempt to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong, and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. We have an advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition is a team of 6. The 2 claimants, Sarioja and Bukul Jaja's lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9. There's 3 more people we can mobilize. The task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy. Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have been easily avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for Shibruk Bibil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Jabral people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues this village has to offer. Alright, find clues. Ooh, ripe banana peel. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no! It appears I've gone and dropped my Jatika banana peel. I can barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Wink wink. The recipe for Jabrug Pavil? I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Mulruk himself. What you're mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still a brook to be had at a market. Wink. Hey, you actually winked that time, for reals! That's a Vista. You can go around and collect them. There's a log for them. So if I go here and I just do, like, lookout. It's a sightseeing log. So. Oh no, there's another ant. Do I let it go or do I kill it? I don't know, man. I'm gonna go squash it. No ants are welcome in my house. Squash dead.
Did you tell Marcus she's not welcome in the house?
Josh! Yes, thank you, Matt Nui. Death to the ant, for sure. Ah, he's dead. So, I have no regrets. Cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think we won't tan our hides for leather if we dared return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? What are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your business. I don't know. No, he ain't gonna beat me up. Whatever. That ant had it coming. He had it coming. Spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, were nestled in a basket. One's called achiote. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine. But its medicinal benefits are significant as well. I don't think there's such thing as a hypercolon BB gun. Chin. I'm the one who's being violated in this situation. Why are these ants entering my house? Sorry. Back. What did we discover about Jabuk Prabil? True to our prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us, directly. However, many were still preparing with as one might a staple dish. An observation of their techniques yielded cues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices with me was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying in relation to Jabuk Prabil. but one in particular she attributed to what all common Jabral dishes. Achiote, she called it. I see. When a Jabrook reveals into the dish as ubiquitous as Alphaner claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in a leaf of najul or banana. In certain localities, it would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. It's not the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? I know, this song is always loud. I don't know why. Jabrook, without a doubt. As would be expected of a dish called Jabrook Prabil indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Jabrook, flavored with a combination of spices that includes achiote, and steamed underground within najul or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. Staple cuisine, its ingredients will be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forests while you were all exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and the wild Jabrook, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. We'll leave it to a master gleaner. That, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. I too should be glad to volunteer mine aid. When the rest of us will gather ingredients, I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I'm happy to lead someone to a suitable Jabrook, if they will perform the requisite deed, Alice. As for the najul leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find najul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartland, forests far below these. Excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This encourages our communication with the locals after all. Namachi, if you would accompany me on my errand. There's another ant! I gotta kill it. I gotta kill it. Ooh, dead. It is my sacred duty to kill all ants. All of them. Oh, now I'm all tangled up. I wish. We ain't killed barely anything in this stream. No better way to whet my appetite. Good. Let us be about our tasks then. Come on, let's go and get those najul leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. I love these fucking descriptions. Previous expansions, we were freaking saving the world, going to the edge of the universe, dealing with all this crazy ass shit, and here we're fucking finding bananas. See if there are najul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the Kugarian J mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? The jewel leaves. For purposes other than Jabruk Pibil, naturally. Unfortunately, I've just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forests for more. Gamajik Grove is the source of the finest jewel leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture. But if there's no other way to obtain our great ingredient, then to the Jatika heartland we go. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires you to go through the Tienbeck Traverse, but it has caved in, due to the recent storm, I expect. What? That means we can't get our Najul leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no other way of procuring them, we would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. Well, that's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find Jabruk Pibil to be a delicious but daunting dish to finish. I can't wait. Still, there are no leaves here. We can't travel for more. How are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and cultures of Tuliyola. So perhaps there is something about Jabruk Pibil that we have yet to learn. Something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. Oh, I see. Like, who was the first to make it? Its history, that sort of thing. If it's Yaktel's history you're interested in, you should start with the Old War. Between the Jabral and the Mamulja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of that bloodshed is to know Jabruk Pibil. Huh? What does steamed Ibruk have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the answer we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, I can think of no other way to approach this feast, or this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of a settlement ruined by the war, the village of Ilyonaso. It lies a short distance to the east. The village of Ilyonaso. Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go and see this place. Where are we? A history of violence. You know, this quest sounds very promising, but I bet you it's gonna be boring. Let's see here. Oh yeah. We're not getting to the next dungeon this stream. That ain't happening. The village of Ilyonaso must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. It is extremely padded out. I agree, Matt Nui. No, I'm not forever streaming today. So this is the village of Ilyanaso, or what's left of it. It's a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Pukivu! I didn't know you were in Yaktal. I was picking up some lumber from Ikbrash when I heard the third promise was on her way to this site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Wakivu was a shipwright who came to our aid during the Feat of Reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Promise's retinue, I presume? For the moment, I suppose I am. My name is Kuona. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Kuona? Now that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard? Kuona! As in the second promise of Tuliolol! To think that I addressed the Dawn Servant's own son as some common retainer! Such disrespect cannot be excused. Please, take up your gun and... Oh, come on! Not this again! I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Alright then, I shan't dwell on it. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about Jabruk Pubil, while I am forbidden by the Jabraks to... I can't say these names. The Jabrash Rash. To divulge any information regarding his preparation, I would be happy to share what I know of Yaktel's history. Oh, we'd appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between the Jabral and Mamulja was one of land. The Mamulja live in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun, and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the Jabral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever favors higher ground, and the Jabral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. As the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well. Blessed siblings. You must understand. The Mamulja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hubigo, Bunewa, and Dobro each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged the Jabral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hubigo and Bunewa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that partners of differing clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Hubigo and Bunewa both, a two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually arising as the first Artark, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the Artark's rule, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think it's best you see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Alright, gotta kill another ant. Let's go. It's a quest about wars, so, and I'm still battling this infestation. God, you just have to deal with it. I gotta be patient. He said it could take up to 2 weeks, so.
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinder Field. A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been. The war over these lands began after the Yokui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter. Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
ICC? Ice Crown Citadel?
Accompanied
What?
by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valle Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours! If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace!
Puff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest. Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end? That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front. An alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I miss Golbez. I miss Golbez.
And so began that legendary banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chibral steamed najul. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Chibral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
I swear, this is the most unrealistic depiction
Ignorance
of disparate
begets strife.
cultures ever.
Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us.
there's no way there would not be warring still.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. There should be backstabbings and backshottings left and right.
Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
There is no political intrigue in this. Absolutely no political intrigue. Where is the political intrigue? Nashu, where is it? I just don't understand it. Where is like conflict? People like having butting heads. People not seeing eye to eye. Everybody is happy and together, and they don't. I just don't get it. How do you write a story like this? Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. We're doing the same now. XIV has given us valuable insight into the origins of Gibruk-Pabil. However, we are still no closer to procuring the necessary Najul leaves. Unless... Tell me, was that historic feast commemorated in some fashion? The monument, for instance. Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. Why am I running? Chocolate banana milkshakes. Those are good. Here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true. Especially one at the heart of so significant a battle. Namachi, Rizman, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Look here. This soil has been recently overturned. Oh, someone buried a box. Well, I would have been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are, fresh Najul leaves. One rook's doing, I'd wager. There's a poetry in hiding them on this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped end. So we planned all this from the start. Thank you again, Bukivu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. Oh, it was my honor to render assistance. And, with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well, Third Promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the Feat of Reeds, I have been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. I'll devise solutions to the Hanu's ailing crops, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihihana, even if it seemed unrelated to your task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of Tuliolal than what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. I cannot argue with that. We have what we need. Let us return to eat Brash. It's still below freezing, but you know, when it's I don't know when it's freaking -6, and I mean it in the Fahrenheit sense, and which I don't even know what is that, -20 for you guys? When it's that cold, when it goes up to like 25 degrees, it's like, whew. Heat wave. Yeah, -6 in real units. Whatever. Whatever. I'm looking forward to 80 degrees. Literally. Give me the 80 degrees. Yes, 80. No, it's just gonna warm me up. Glad we were successful. The others should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I'm famished. Nah, it's just gonna slightly warm me. Just a little bit. How did everyone fare? We got the Najul leaves. Wookievu came along and helped us find them. Kivu was here. I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. That Galul Jaja brought an end to centuries of warfare surprises me little. But to achieve said peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find the oddest of solutions. How about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Orianjay and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we need, with no mention of what we needed them for, of course. And I am pleased to report that we are stocked with the finest firewood this forest had on offer. Spoken like a true expert. Aaronville and I found our Ibruk, so we should have meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunter fell down a cenote trying to catch it. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? I picked a good portion of local herbs, with particular attention to the seeds that yield achiote, until the resident astrologian divined the appropriate measurements for the seasoning as well. Through further inquiry, did I determine the ideal balance of spices. Then all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. I presume that at least one among us is versed in the culinary arts. I am. I'm a master chef, man. can hardly claim profound skill, but I have cooked for myself. You can leave the rest to me. And you, I hope. As I recall, you are an accomplished culinarian. Ooh, my mouth is watering already. Without further delay, then.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Bakul Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready.
What? What just happened?
Apologies for the wait.
Uh-oh.
This looks
That was weird.
amazing.
My screen just went blank for a second.
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the Jabral. It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then.
All I did was stand up to squish an ant.
In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Bibil admirably. Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoktel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment.
Uh-oh.
Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Pibil, as you will no doubt agree.
That is one teeny taco.
I see.
And?
While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Uh-oh.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated in spice before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Pibil.
But it wasn't made with love.
And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Uh-huh.
Your dish lacks an essential ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Pibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory.
What?
Your team will not receive keystones.
This was stupid anyway.
I agree. Uh-oh. Zoralja's not gonna be happy.
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
This is delicious! The brook's so tender it melts in your mouth, and the way the najou leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
Dang it! You mean I can't appreciate it, Wooxie? I told you she's against me.
Choke on your harmony.
Come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I don't even want any Jabuk for Beal, whatever the fuck it is. Quan is still the best, though. Not gonna lie. I like that guy.
Ah, that was bliss. You've got real culinary talent. If you ever tire of adventuring, you can always be my personal chef.
No, I don't want to be your fucking personal chef. God!
It was palatable enough, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast,
There's only one F-bomb.
I present these keystones.
Only 1 feet left.
No, I don't. You know what? Wook Lamont needs a personality. That's more than I love peace. Peace, 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 and I get seasick. And I hate llamas.
I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
We can do better than that, surely.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important. Was there any shipbook people left? I could really use another helping.
God, you ate it all! That was so good! I'm already looking forward to having Shabruk again. Here, Rizlan. Krell made more using leftover ingredients. You'll love it. Thinking to buy more for the road myself, now that the feat of repast is over. The villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? Seeing as we now face the penultimate objective of the rite, it would be wise to travel to Mamuk and undertake the feat of the Brotherhood without delay. Wise, yes, but impossible. The I don't know how to say these things. The Teenbeck Traverse, which connects the upper forest to the Jatika heartland, is impassable. Is there no other route? I'm afraid not. Work to clear the path is underway, though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. And let us each use this time as we see fit. I, for one, would like to explore the village's surrounds, if Erenville would oblige me with a tour. Very well. I have no other engagements. Then I will come with you, if only to prove that I am capable of keeping my footing. Though I shouldn't rejoice in our delay, it does afford me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's purported visit to Yaktel. Oh, that's right! Mablu did say something about a foreign mage coming through here decades back, didn't she? I'll come with you. Want to join us, Rizlan? Not really. Fuck. Let us reconvene here after our respective diversions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at a market in Yaktel some 20 years ago. Any who might reliably remember him must therefore be at least middle-aged. Let's make inquiries where we can. So it's whatever. Man. I gotta get my list up. Hold on. MSQ. List. Okay, there we go. So where are we at? We are at A Father's Grief. Alright. I don't even have bar soap anymore. It's just liquid soap. A foreign mage 20 years ago? Yes, I remember him. It's not often we get visitors from across the salt, let alone those traveling with infants. A baby girl, as I recall. I only saw him in passing, mind. If anyone were to know more, I'd wager it'd be Hunmu Rook. He was already Jabrash then. I don't know, man. A baby girl? Couldn't have been. Thank you, sir. That information is very helpful. I don't want to drink an entire bottle. Whatever. Hello again. Do you require assistance? foreign mage passed through Ikbrush roughly 20 years ago, possibly carrying a young child. Do you remember him? Why do you ask me this? Who is this man to you? Well, he may have been my grandfather, and I wish to know what brought him here. Grandfather? Not by blood, but he is family nonetheless. The foreign mage did indeed visit Ikbrush, Master Galof. So far as his identity is concerned, I trust you are satisfied? More than that, however, I cannot say. Why not? I simply cannot. I beg your forgiveness and understanding. Very well. I will not press. Thank you for confirming his presence here. The rest I will discover myself. Out of more general curiosity, I have another question. They say the Yakui once dwelled in these forests. Where was that exactly? General curiosity, indeed. But yes, before they withdrew to Urkopacha, some 5 centuries ago, the Yakui claimed Yaktel as their own. Many of their architectural remains can be found in the lower forests, the Jatika heartland. Then that's where they must have had their visions. Thank you. That answers much and more. I understand what it means to long for one's family. So believe me when I say that, though my position forbids me from aiding you further, I wish you nothing but success. By helping the Third Promise find the Golden City, you will surely find the answers to your questions. Speaking of which, I have a query of my own for you, Rislin. May I request a moment of your company? Go on, we'll wait for you. No, Jin, whatever. And also, no, it was not cocaine visions, okay? Thank you for obliging me. First, let us head to the cenote behind this village. It was my intention to see you off without saying anything, but Mistress Kryle's plea has softened my resolve. As the leader of our community, I am gladdened to see that the Third Promise has surrounded herself with such compassionate and trustworthy companions. Could you tell me of her journey thus far? This is not a pro-drug game, stop it. Is that so? Seems the rite has been a source of great learning and growth for Wuklamont. It does me well to hear that. My daughter would be about her age. Girls are rarely born amongst the Jabral, so when she arrived, the village was elated. Such joy I felt when first I held her, and pain when I found her at the bottom of a cenote. 3 years old. An accident, it was said. But I knew better. She had been pushed. Though we never caught them, a suspicious figure was seen fleeing towards the Jatika heartland, towards Mamuk. Once bitter enemies, the Mamulja and Jabral had learned to live in peace. But who could doubt the intent of such a reprehensible act? By targeting the child who would one day lead our people, the criminals sought to undermine the future of the Jabral. I was determined not to let them succeed. And so, I let the memory of my daughter die in that cenote, and gave her into the care of the one person I knew who could protect her. Dawn servant Galul Jaja. Though she was born to lead the Jabral, fate had a greater plan for Lamat. Only the Dawn servant and I know the truth, but I must now take you into my confidence for one reason. If the villain who attempted to murder my daughter was indeed a Mamuk, then rancor towards the Jabral still burns. I was caught off guard once. I will not suffer the same tragedy again. And so I ask you, not as the Dawn servant's elector, but as a father, to watch over the third promise. Defend her from her enemies that may be lurking in the shadow. Will you do this for me? Well, damn it! I guess I have to now! Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Tuliolal, but the concerned father. Suffice it to say, this conversation must remain between us. Pray breathe not a word of this to anyone. I am not! I have saved all of Eorzea, all of the star... What is this place called? Atheris? Everything. Oh. I'm a mooly. Recalling the past has rendered me emotional. I require a moment to compose myself. Please do not keep the third promise waiting. Yeah, what is this place called? Oh, man. Okay. Uh-oh. I better get into my... There we go. Upon speaking with Wuklamat, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside a sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Yes, I know. We're just gonna go in on normal. You're back. So what did Hanu Rook want? Oh, come on! It's a secret! Now she's not gonna... It's alright. You don't have to say. More importantly, the Tin-Beck Traverse still isn't clear yet. Something about even more rocks. Then I think I'll take the opportunity to rest. All that cooking and preparing for it has worn me out. No, it's a solo instance. And that does sound tempting. Moment of promise. Nah, you're one of the cool Jajas. What do you want? I've come to fetch you. You're welcome to refuse, but know that it would be most unwise. And why's that? I'm sure your salted friend has an idea. What do you think? And they say house cats don't come when called. Follow me, promise. I don't know, Chewie comes all the time when I call him. It means it's just it's gonna be one of those fights. Those solo fights that take forever.
What is the meaning of this? And just how far do you plan on taking us?
I think he's upstairs. Nah, he likes sleeping upstairs during the day. It's probably on the pile of towels in the bathroom.
Oh, Morok! Bakulchacha, you snake! If you want my keystone so badly, you'll deal with me and me alone. Leave the Elector out of this.
Is that all you think he is? Foolish kitty! This man is the reason we are here.
You know, I like how they kept the secret for all of 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Take a good look at him. Go on. Look. Surely you recognize your real father.
You don't look like nothing like her, I'm gonna be honest.
Don't believe us? Then ask your trusted sellsword. She heard it straight from the old man's mouth.
Is it true? Is Humoruk my... Your silence says it all.
Now that you understand the situation, let's see those keystones. I'll even let you fight for them. Just you and me. If that adventurer attempts to interfere, I'll kill the old man myself!
I gotta play as freaking Wooklamat. Ugh!
You despicable, heartless fiend! Kinsman or no, I won't stand for you taking hostages! Come on then! You wanna fight? I'll give you a fight!
Oh, such heroic caterwauling promise. I'm shaking. Guard our hostage well. We wouldn't want to attempt any thoughts of rescue. By the by, house cat, they've been instructed to put down Papa Dearest when you lose. Hopefully he settled his affairs.
Don't worry. I'm not losing to the likes of him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you waiting for, you blessed bastards? It's 2 against 1. Don't tell me you're scared.
I know I didn't hear you right.
Don't worry, the scary adventurer won't try anything funny.
Foreign scum! Who are you to mock me? I'll kill you, kill you, kill you all! Don't look away, son. I want you to watch as I tear your beloved promise to shreds!
Whatever. See, I said whatever.
Eyes
Walk
on
away.
me. The house cat, remember? I'll say it again. I'm not losing to the likes of you. I'm going to become Dawn's servant, and I will protect my people.
Now, I know. I'm playing as Wukamat. They can't even just let me. I have to. Not only do I have to follow her around, but now I have to. I have to fucking beat her.
Come, you mangy house cat, so I can rip you to pieces.
Man, I knew what this is.
I'll cut you to shreds!
Uh-oh.
My magic should be more than enough for Miss Mittens.
I don't know about that.
I'll make you eat dirt!
Alright, let's see. Ooh.
No more tricks, Bakul Jaja. We're settling this here and now.
Yeah, but
playing the part of the brave warrior.
half dead is only half dead. It's not like mostly dead.
Miss Mittens is no longer abusing me, brother.
This rite has taught me so much. About my nation, my people, and myself.
I don't know what these green ones are. Oh, circles. Ah, that's what I thought.
What? Can't keep up.
Ow.
How do you like this? Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
No, she didn't lose her toes. She's a Mary Sue. She's not gonna lose anything. God, we're only at 76%. Oops. I would if I had a Squirtle.
I finally understand what it
There we
means to
go.
live in peace.
No, you don't.
To greet each day in safety and happiness.
Look, you have to deal with war and horrible sacrifice to understand what real peace is.
It's time we finished her. This is the end for you, kitten.
What? I don't know what that is.
Know your place.
Oh boy.
Not enough to claim the title of Dawn's servant. I must carry on Papa's legacy, his love for our people.
I'll grind you beneath my heel!
Oh boy. How come I don't have a sprint? I know I need some healths.
What? Can't keep up? Why won't you die?
That's what I say all the time.
Fine. I'll show you the true power of the Blessed.
Oh man.
I will be the next Dawn servant, and I'll protect my people's happiness to the last.
Whatever. This was way cooler when
there's no way I'll ever lose.
This is way cooler
of you.
when Sierra Noah like
what?
sacrificed himself to save everybody. Literally died.
Anymore. Attack! This is our fight. Stay out of it. You bring shame upon us.
Do I?
You think we care about your stupid pride? This is for Mamuk! We cannot lose!
Oh, the great Bakul Jaja needs help, I see. Send your whole army. You still won't win. I will prove that my allies are right to believe in me.
What do you mean I'm not helping?
Such confidence! Changed! She wasn't like this before!
What changed? She became BFFs with the Warrior of Light, clearly.
I reclaim what you stole.
No. How can this be? How could that puny house cat beat all of us?
I just beat the coolest guy in the expansion. That's what just happened.
You've caused nothing but trouble with your dirty tricks. Threatening the Hanuhanu, releasing Valyarmanda, harassing me is one thing, but you've endangered too many innocents. No more, Bakul Jaja. I will not stand for it. If you even think of tormenting my people again, you will answer to me.
Come on, Bakul Jaja, get up!
No.
Don't cry. What is wrong with him? What?
And he goes and forgets he had the way blocked.
What? That was his doing?
The only part left in the saga is the Lay of the Brotherhood in Mamuk.
Ooh, Mamuk.
The plan was to force you here so we could take the rest of your keystones.
So that's what he was up to. But, should you be telling us this?
What does it matter? You've beaten us. It's over. We'll release the hostage.
They going home. They done. They're like, fuck this. I'm out.
I'm sorry. I was careless.
Are you alright? So what Bakul Jaja said about you and me...
But to single-handedly defeat Bakul Jaja, you truly are the Dawn Servant's daughter. It has been my honor to bear witness to your journey. Promise.
Promise. Yes. That's what I am. I'm Gulul Jaja's daughter, and Tulihyolal's next Dawn servant. Come on. Let's rejoin the others.
I'm foul-mouthed today because they messed up my haircut. And Chewie woke me up too early. That's why I'm foul-mouthed. And I have a headache, but that's actually getting better. Seems we were last to return. Glad everyone made it back safely. Thank you for having faith in me. Keeping you out of the fight, even if it got dirty, couldn't have been easy for you. But Bakul Jaja won't be the last person to threaten those I care about. I wanted to prove to myself that I can stand up to such villains, even when I stand alone. Which isn't to say I won't ask for your help when I need it, of course. I know better than that now. No, I didn't get a refund. And I gave her a decent tip. It's fine. It'll grow out. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just not my normal style. Earlier in the second province's camp.
The passage to Mamuk remains blocked. For now, all we can do is try to rest and recover. Perhaps with a meal, as my sister would no doubt suggest. Shall we borrow the kitchens and prepare some Shibruk pibil?
So thou hast taken a liking to the dish. As we learn to appreciate the unfamiliar, 'tis only natural that we develop new affinities. There is no shame in this.
But there is in ignorance. I had barely considered what the people of Tuli Yolal hold dear. What hopes they harbor for the future. Our nation is built upon the bonds that Father forged during his journey across Tural. But so single-minded have I been in my advocacy of foreign innovations that I failed to understand my own people. Could someone who struggles to connect with the populace ever make a worthy Dawn servant?
To understand and connect with people is by no means easy. But there is something you can do to pave the way. Let them see you for who you really are. What makes you laugh and cry and rage. That sort of honesty is the first step towards mutual understanding and connection.
Understanding begets fellowship, as my father said. And yet, what you suggest does not come naturally to me.
I, too, have found it difficult to speak from the heart. In thy struggles, I see mine own, painful in their familiarity. Yet frightening though it may feel, if we are to move forward, we must indeed take that first step. Dispense with pretense, and simply be.
Do you remember when you first approached us, and we asked you why you wanted to become Dawn Servant? You said you wished to use the knowledge you acquired in Sharlayan for your country, and in doing so repay your father for the opportunities he afforded you. What won me over was not your ambition, but your motivation. So let your people know this, and in time, they'll come to support you as we do. You can't hide behind that stoicism forever.
Very well then. I will make a greater effort to be myself. By not being my usual self so much.
No, not that. So, what's the state of the Tinbeck Traverse? Still being cleared, I'd assume. Unmakruk said he would notify us as soon as his work is done. And perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Wuklamat's stolen keystone. The next feat will be our last, after all. I already got it back. What? When? Not to mention how. This is Bakul Jaja we're talking about. So I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. You bested Bakul Jaja in single combat? Bravo! What can I say? I've had good friends to encourage and cheering me on. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of their success. The Tinbek Traverse is now safe for travel. Then we can finally make for Mamuk. Come to think of it, isn't Bakul Jaja's home? We can only hope his residents don't share his winning personality. If it is indeed the city where Ketenram first met the Dawn Servant, surely some civility awaits us. I would not be so certain. It is true that the Dawn Servant received Ketenram in Mamuk, and was instrumental in the establishment of friendly relations between the Jabral and Mamulja. But since that time, most of the Mamulja have supported his peace. Who supported his peace have left their city in favor of abiding in the capital. What remains is a cloister in Mamuk, and while these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they're like, the people of Mamuk are also of Tuliolal. If I'm to be a Dawn Servant, it's my job to know them first of all. Well, we'll be on our way then. I'm glad I could learn about where I came from, and eat so much Jabuk Pabil besides. Thank you for everything, Hunmoonrook. Till next time, take care. First, we make our way across the Jobrik Cinderfield, due southeast. Oi. Lots of ois. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just him. Oh, you have grown indeed. I can pronounce Ayatl. I'm pretty sure it's Ayatl. I don't think it's actual Ayatl. It's an Ayatl. Well, that's what I call it. It's Ayatl. It's just like I'm going to call it whatever I want. I'm going to the fish store tomorrow. They're going to have them there. They have them in tanks. I'm going to call... You know what? Sluis. Okay. Sluis. I don't care. The traverse will bring us straight into the Jatika heartland. Remember how you insisted this forest is green? Okay, Shoulder. You ain't gotta call me Shoulder. You know it's Judah. path is quite steep, isn't it? Let us take our time and descend safely. I'm gonna call you BBL. I spoke with one of the excavators on my way down. Apparently, Bakul Jaja cleared away the one fallen tree remaining by barreling through it. That Wuklamat single-handedly defeated someone possessed of such physical might is nothing short of remarkable. Still, we ought to proceed with caution. There's no telling what his wounded pride might compel him to attempt. No, BBL! Brazilian butt lift, remember? Remember when you were kidnapped? What's this guy doing? Remember when you were kidnapped and you were gonna get injected into somebody's butt? Well, I'm just gonna start calling you BBL. Luring, isn't it? In more ways than one. Take my paring stone and hold it close to the glowing rock. As you hold the paring stone in the soft glow, it affixes itself to the boulder with surprising force. Paring stones are natural magnets. That's a meteorite filled with iron. One of many remnants of an ancient meteor shower. The heterogeneous ether they emit causes surrounding flora to glow unique hues, as you can see. So these glowing boulders came plummeting down from the heavens? The trial be merciful. There you are. Blue. It's all blue. A far cry from the upper forests, indeed. This place is already so fascinating. I'm eager to hear what the people of Mammoth can tell us about it. Keep running, we're almost there. Mamoolies, whatever. This is also my first time visiting Mamuk. I have no experience interacting with the locals. But given Hanmukruk's parting words, I would advise a cautionary approach. Well, we all know what comes next. Let's find that elector. Two streets seem to converge upon this plaza, so I propose we split our numbers between them. Given Hanmuruk's guidance, I also suggest that we err on the side of caution and move throughout the city in pairs. Aaronville can come with me, and Elise can go with Kryal. That leaves Rizlin to accompany Wuklamant. If these arrangements are to everyone's satisfaction, then may our respective searches prove fruitful. It is not to my satisfaction, Alphino. Put me with Aaronville. Why does nobody ever pair me with Aaronville? Ow. My hand hurts. I slept on it weird last night, and it hurts. And the smacking the table, the desk with it made it hurt more. And I'm even wearing a freaking brace, a wrist brace, or a hand brace right now. Ugh. Oops. I gotta whack my other hand on the desk. I know. I try not to, but I get really frustrated at this. What? As you begin to speak, the man abruptly turns and leaves. Talk about rude. Your words may as well be ambient noise for all the care the citizen pays you. Please tell me you've had better luck. To talk to you either? I was prepared for hard stares and harsh words, but this is something else. That building there looks like a shop, doesn't it? Let's go and take a look. A merchant wouldn't ignore us, surely. Are you sure? Are you sure? Look. Whatever. Keep calling me shoulder, and I'm gonna get worse. I will get worse. Hello there. We'd like to ask you something, if you don't mind. Move along, outsiders. We're just trying to find someone. The Dawn Servant Selector. Could you tell us where they are? Why does it keep doing it? Oh, because of my wrist brace. It's hitting the Windows button. How are we supposed to find the Elector if nobody will even speak with us? Everyone, can you hear me? Come to the massive stone structure on the west side of the city as quickly as you can.
Up there!
Bested by a mere shade.
Sororja? Papa?
Not as you know him. What you see is an arcane manifestation of the Dawn Servant as he was in his prime.
The Channeler is Irelja, Autarch of Mamuk and Elector for the Feet of the Brotherhood.
Tuliolal's mightiest warrior, yet wisest you are not. You who spurned your retainer's shade when battling your betters.
To prove oneself superior to blessed siblings by surpassing the shade of Galul Jar Jar himself. That is the final feat. The first promise fought alone and fell short, but that is now the least of his concerns.
You could have let your foolishness end with your failure. But instead, you attempted to harm an anointed Elector. Sororja, As of this moment, you are no longer a claimant. I disqualify you from the right of succession. Be gone from my sight. This isn't over yet. I will be the one to reach the Golden City.
Sorry, Zeralja.
When Zeralja was defeated, he tried to take the Keystone by force. But he was thwarted by Father Shade.
He's a disappointment.
My dearest child, welcome home. This feat was made for you. Only blessed siblings could hope to defeat Gulul Jaja. But ere we begin, I would see the fruits of your triumphs. Come, show me your tablets. What is this? Where are your keystones? Explain yourself, boy! No matter. Not all can be expected to go to plan. What keystones you lack, you can easily take.
I tried. But I couldn't. I cannot beat her.
You mean to tell me that you, glory of Mamuk, for whom all here have sacrificed, were defeated by your inferiors? You are as useless as your siblings. A failure. Leave and never return! You have no place here!
Let's go, brother.
Worthless! Pathetic! This was our chance to claim sovereignty, and he ruins it! But when these stragglers fail, Gulul Jaja will be forced to extend his rule. And in the next rite of succession, we will present a better claimant. So come, stand before me, and fall.
I won't do your trial.
Oh? You intend to forfeit the right?
Papa wants his successor to intimately understand the country he loves. Every step of my journey, I've learned something about our peoples and their cultures. I would do the same here in Mamuk. The Mamulja deserve nothing less. So your battle can wait.
I'm of the same mind. Father named you an elector for a reason. There must be something that he would have us learn.
Do as you will. But until you triumph over the Shade, you shall proceed no further.
Promise, I would speak with you. Meet me on the western outskirts.
Well, poor Bakul Jaja. Now I know why he's so fussed up. He's got a nasty ass dad. The electors we have met thus far have all had their peculiarities, but each of we felt would judge claimants equally. This Zareel-Ja, however, seems set in his belief that only blessed siblings are the worthy of the throne. Why would the Dawn Servant name an openly biased man elector? Worrying over a Zareel-Ja won't get us anywhere. That lady, on the other hand, was the first person to address us with any civility since we arrived. We should go and meet her, hear what she has to say. The western outskirts, right? Go watch the Mummy Joe little video for Valentine's Day. 1-800-LOVE-BABY, and you'll understand. 1-800-LOVE-BABY. Call now. BB10's getting the... Yeah, he's waiting. Thank you for coming. My name is Milalja. Here we may talk freely, away from prying eyes. And what was it you wished to talk about? Tell me, what do you think of Momok? Well, we don't have much to say yet. No one wants to speak with us. All who remain in this city are devoted to the traditional ways. They believe that blessed siblings are superior, that only they are worthy to lead the peoples of this continent. Most would not deign to address outsiders, deeming them beneath notice. Sounds like an ideal community so far as Bakul Jaja is concerned. I am tired, exhausted by this senselessness. There are others like me, but we dare not speak our truth aloud. Yet now we have an opportunity to reclaim our agency. For you have bested Bakul Jaja. You, a Shabral, inferior by all presumptions, triumphed over our two-headed champion. This time anyway. Next time I might not be so lucky. Bakul Jaja is just that strong. I seriously don't understand why he cheats so much. It seems to me he'd do better if he just trusted his own abilities. He's desperate. Other blessed siblings have fallen before. Molol Jaja of the Silver Scales, for one. He traveled across the salt in search of conquest, only to be overcome. But no matter how the individual may falter, the people still believe in Blessed Siblings' supremacy. Because of my father? He who united Tural under one rule, who in their eyes stands as testament to the tradition's infallibility. Regardless of your father's virtuous intent, his greatest triumph has only fanned the flames of our people's obsession. However, as both his daughter and claimant to his legacy, your triumph could prove that Galul Jar Jar's true strength lies not in his birth, but in his character. And in so doing, you may give us the strength to renounce Blessed Siblings forever. Well, I can understand wanting to forsake zealotry, but isn't forsaking two-headed Mamulja going a bit far? You must decide that for yourself, whether the price we pay is worth an empty dream. What price? Oh boy. There is a place that will help you to understand our plight. It lies far to the west of here. Follow me. I'm telling you though, the Ebola song is still better. I don't care what anybody says. Is that a meteorite up there? Aye, and judging by their attachment, that tree must benefit from the meteorite's unique ether. Anyway, we should press on. Milaja was anxious for us to see whatever it is she has to show us. No, he's not Rat Boy. You don't even know who. No, Sylvain is not Rat Boy. That's what's his butt? Kaiser. Kaiser is Rat Boy, even though, yeah, he is a rat. No, Sylvain is not. Hunting camp? Like as not. I'd love to talk to Mamulja hunters and learn about their ways, except they'd probably ignore me. The others have continued on. Let's catch up to them. It's from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Remember the redhead who basically screws around with all the girls, but he's really like got a deep dark secret, like. Not really a dark secret, but he's like really broody on the inside. Oh, I love it. I love the brooding. Give me the brooding. This is the place you wanted to show us? It lies just beyond this passage. Entry to these grounds is not permitted even to the devout. Nonetheless, I will reveal our secrets to you. Rest assured that I shall take full responsibility. Come, see for yourself the truth of the blessed.
I shouldn't have looked down.
The stone pier yonder. That is our destination.
To erect it there would have been no small feat.
The work of Yokhui hands built long, long ago. Our forebears merely altered the entrance.
Altered? To what end?
It will be quicker to show you. We have beasts that can carry us below.
Bakul Chacha.
What? Couldn't wait to laugh at the failure?
You've always come here to cry. Ever since you were little.
Mother!
The third promise seeks to learn about Malmuk. She may be our chance to finally end what we have been powerless to stop. Talk with her. Tell her what we have done.
Fine. Perhaps it's only right that we be the ones to speak of it. Blessed as we are. Here. This vessel holds the remains of a two-headed Mamulja. An infant. We converted the ruins into a cenotaph, so the souls of these children wouldn't return as vengeful spirits. Do you know how blessed siblings are made?
I've heard that they are born to Hubago and Bunawa parents.
Such unions between clans were originally arranged to stop infighting. The war against the Shibral was going poorly, and we needed to be united. Then, one day, a child was born, one blessed with two heads and tremendous power.
When this child grew old enough to lead our army, we became unstoppable. The Shibral had no answer, and we drove them all the way back to the trees above.
taste of victory awakened our greed. We became obsessed with conceiving more and more of these superior children, no matter the cost. Of the countless born, most die, trapped in their ships.
Only 1 in 100 survive.
If we are blessed, it is only because we yet live. Unlike our brothers and sisters, who were sacrificed for the glory of Mamuk.
That's horrible.
Of course it's horrible! It's an atrocity we can never take back. Those children died so that we could live. So we had to succeed, no matter what. To fail would mean it was all for nothing. Nothing. But I did fail. I squandered their sacrifice.
Don't use them as an excuse.
I should never have been born.
You're wrong. You didn't ask to be born as you are, and you aren't responsible for your siblings' deaths. The people obsessed with blessed siblings are. They made their choices, but they don't make yours. Since when do you let others push you around Bakul Jaja? What do you want? Say it!
I want it to end. I don't want any more to die.
Then you have my word. We'll put a stop to this madness.
Blessed siblings are revered by their supporters as a means to achieve dominance in Tural. If we understand why they harbor such aspirations in the first place, we would be better equipped to treat with them.
Indeed. I just hope they will be open to discourse.
Take me with you. Those fanatics treat my words as gospel.
No. There will be trouble if your father finds out you're still here. Moshutural Zush. There we will gather the people, and ask anything the Third Promise wishes to know.
Then take one of my scales. One that blends the Hubiko and Bunewa coloring. It'll serve as proof that you have our trust. People will do as you say if you show it to them.
Jin, don't make me smirk you. This is an important scene.
I'm sorry for what I've said and done. I don't expect your forgiveness.
You had your reasons. I'm glad I could know them. Which is to say, you're not a complete alpaca's ass.
Thanks, Wuklama.
Okay, no, that was horrible.
Maybe it's for the best. Hatred is exhausting, after all.
It was the worst.
Indeed. So let us make the most of our newfound friendship and bring together the people of Mamook. We have much to discover.
As the power of friendship. Hey, Rizlin, before we rejoin the others, can we talk for a moment? I really hated him, you know? The cool Jaja? Every fiber of my being. He tried to ruin Ihana, sabotaged us on the river, kidnapped me for my keystone, and released the most vicious Vidral of all time. Anything he could do to cause us pain, he did. Never in a million years would I forgive him. But the moment I understood why he did what he did, the pain he's been carrying this whole time, all my anger just evaporated. He still needs to make amends. I hear you. The cool Jaja's motives don't absolve him of his crimes. He must answer for them like anyone else. But right now, my duty is to ensure that no one in Mamook feels desperate enough to go to such lengths ever again. Anyway, thanks for listening. Now that I've voiced that, I feel readier for the challenges ahead. Come on, let's head back to the city. Oh yeah, I'll ixnay on that. I'll cut it out of my re-upload when I put it on to YouTube. The cool Jaja's scale represents his faith in us. We won't fail him or his people. We haven't a moment to lose. According to Mililja, Mashu Tural Juj is an abandoned settlement northwest of the city. It should afford us the privacy we require. We must work quickly, lest Zarilja discover our intentions. Fortunately, Bakul Jaja thought to give us additional scales, so we might cover more ground in less time. Everyone should take one and get going. Use them to gather as many people as you can. Rizlin, let's retrace our steps. Maybe this time we can convince folks to lend an ear. Did I not tell you to move along? I can't be seen talking with the likes of you. Blessed scale? In an outsider's hands? What business do you have with me? So, Bakwajaja sent you to call an assembly. Not sure what to make of this, but I shall go to Mashutoral Jush as at once. Okay.
scale. If the Blessed trust you, then so will I. So, what is it that you require of me? Cool, Jaja bids us to come to Majutoral Jush. Strange place for an assembly, but very well. I will not refuse he who fights for our dreams.
Alright. Have you managed to gather some of the good folks? Wonderful. The esteemed Bakul Jaja will be pleased. This fellow here will be coming to Maju Tural Jush as well. Apparently there's an Azul nursery to the west called Gomaji Grove. Could you go and see who you can talk to there as well? I'll meet you at Maju. Why do they keep having me say this name? Maju Tural Jush afterwards. There's just one more person I need to find. It's possible. But we got this. Leave this place, outsider! Oh, my apologies, I was unaware. I thank you, blessed Scalebearer, for bringing me word of this gathering. I shall away to Maju Toral Jush at once. I'm tired. Whatever. Tired. Where's Wuklamat? Hopefully not kidnapped again. Sorry to keep you waiting. You invited the second promise as well. Namaji, need I remind you that this rite is a competition? Whatever advantage you're about to share with me, you ought to utilize to your own benefit. I have barely made headway in communicating with the locals. At this rate, you lead the race into the Golden City. I need your help. To complete the feat? No. Mamook has a problem I can't solve on my own. You're the most clever person I know. I want you to hear the people firsthand, so that you might come up with a way to help them. Very well. I am at your disposal. Everyone, thank you for gathering on such short notice. I am Wuklamat, third promise of Tuliolal. Promise? I thought you served Bakul Jaja. You deceived us!
No, they did not. The scales they showed you were mine. I entrusted them to the third promise and her retinue. Why honor these outsiders so? Because Wuklamat has won my trust. Now you will hear her words. Akul Jaja shared with me the truth about blessed siblings, about the price you pay to conceive them. As an outsider to your community, it is not my place to judge you or your culture. Culture is born of the experiences of its people, of their lives and their land. But it breaks my heart to know that yours has brought you all so much suffering. Any here wish to break the cycle of tragedy that creating blessed siblings demands, I ask you to join us. Please, I don't want any more of our children to die. You think we want this? We have no choice! Our blessed siblings can liberate us from the suffering. Without them, we have nothing. That remains to be seen. Speak with the third promise. Share with her your worries and your pain, and together we may find a new way forward. Together? If she is trustworthy, then I will speak with her. It would be best if we withdrew, my son. Many cannot yet speak freely in your presence. Whatever. Let's keep an eye out for Zarielja. He wouldn't take kindly to this sort of gathering. As we understand everyone's concerns, we'll be better equipped to help them. Let's make sure they feel heard. Always modest. I'm glad Kona agreed to help us. He's always been good at solving complicated problems. Me? Not so much. But I'll support Mamuk's people however I can. By combining our respective strengths, we'll help them discover a new source of hope. I know we will. You know what? Kona's standing right there. Alright, Rizlin. Before we start, let's make sure we're remembering our history correctly. The Mamulja and Jabral fought for centuries over the land in the upper forest. Due to infighting, Mamulja forces struggled to make significant gains. In order to promote cooperation, the Hubigo and Bunewa clans intermarried, and that's how blessed siblings were first conceived. With that in mind, let's talk to the people and learn why they rely on blessed siblings. This land was once rich with the ore. The Yakui did not stop digging until all the veins were spent. The meteorites are only good for so much. Even if we made overtures to traders, we have little to offer.
Nothing would make me happier than to make a good life for my family in the place where I was born. But that's impossible. So with resources as sparse as they are, you don't have good prospects for trade? Those who have known only open skies and bountiful land cannot comprehend our plight. To thrive, we must take what we lack by force. And for that, we need the might of blessed siblings. There have to be other ways to thrive. Ways that don't require fighting. What? Hoop hoops and boom booms? What is your problem over there? Are you having a stroke? As you'll have noticed, this forest is very dark. Hardly any sunlight makes it through the canopy, so it feels like it's always night. We plow, we fertilize, we irrigate, yet our crops shrivel and die as though cursed. The only one that grows well is Najul, Jatika banana, and Turali. Try living on that and little else for a few centuries and see how you like it. A forest where nothing grows. It's not hard to imagine why you'd want to leave. Blessed siblings promise us more than strength. They promise us the sun. This forest is dark and inhospitable. When given the opportunity to live in Tuliolal, most of our people didn't think twice. Still, the prospect of being among so many outsiders was intimidating enough to keep many of us here. Blessed siblings are meant to deliver us from this accursed forest, to lead us to the fertile land above, where we might make a place for Mamulja to abide in peace and plenty. So you desire fertile land, one that's all your own. Well, I think I'm starting to understand. Everyone had their own perspective, but all their concerns were about the forest itself. Dark, infertile, cursed. Hearing that, it's little wonder that people here wish they had it better. Who better to get it for them than blessed siblings? It's hard to convince people to stay in a place that can't provide what they need. You'd think the meteorites at least would have value, but apparently not. Hold on, didn't Aaronville mention something about the meteorites? That the ether they emit makes the plants glow blue? A rather significant physiological effect, I would say. If we were to study these meteorites, we might discover other ways they influence local flora. I noticed a curious amalgam of tree and meteorite just south of here. Determining precisely how they interact with one another may yield crucial insights. Everyone, I really appreciate you for sharing your thoughts with us. Thanks to your insights, we have a promising idea already. We just need a moment to investigate it further, so please bear with us. We'll be right back. Speak with Wooglamat again? I'm always speaking with Wooglamat. Can I just speak to Aaronville? Whatever. Whatever. Really is incredible how a tree could support such an enormous boulder. Meteorites' etheric emissions are palpable, even from this distance. Seeing this again makes me feel more confident in sharing a theory of mine. I suspect that only plants with an etheric affinity to these meteorites can thrive in this forest. If so, the gargantuan trees that create the dense canopy would by necessity possess the same affinity, as well as the aforementioned Najul tree. Indeed, I should like to analyze samples of meteorites before drawing any definitive conclusions, however. I carry with me a few devices that will aid in this endeavor, but perhaps you and Kryl could lend your expertise as well. I'd like to join you. The etheric signature of those meteorites may be crucial in determining what manner of species might fare well here. I think I see what you're getting at. If we can prove to them the cursed forest isn't quite so cursed,
Maybe the people won't feel like blessed siblings are their only solution. So, how can I help? Want me to climb the tree and break off a piece of the meteorite for you? There are plenty of fragments on the ground already. It should be enough for our purposes if we gather about 5 pieces each. Even better if those fragments are gathered from disparate locations. I will collect your pieces once you have them. Alright. We're actually gonna do something other than talk to people? No, it can't be. Yep, we're doing chores. Did you find your fragments? Much obliged. Alphino, Cryol, and I will combine the gathered samples and conduct an analysis forthwith. Determining the wavelength may take a little while, but I am hopeful that our efforts will bear fruit. I'll tell my sister to await our arrival at Majutoral Shush, so go and meet her there. We will return with our results as soon as possible. Hopefully, dungeon soon. Oh. We've done all we can. The rest we must leave to Kona and the others. I don't know the first thing about those Charlian devices of his, but if they can be of help to Mamook, glad he has them. There's hope for this forest yet, Rizlan. I can feel it. I'm sure Zariel would have choice words for us if he knew what we were up to. These people are my people, and I can't ignore their plight. If I'm to call myself Dawn Servant one day, I have to bring an end to the tragedy here. Many are depending on me, Bakul Jaja not least of all. Anyway, I'm sure Kona and the others will be back with their report soon. Waiting. Good. Everyone is assembled. In light of our news, I thought it only right to call the others.
Thanks to the efforts of all, I'm pleased to say our analysis has yielded many valuable insights. And I dare say the prognosis is hopeful. Earlier we asked about the hopes you placed in blessed siblings, why they are important to you. Your overwhelming response was a frustration towards this forest. From a lack of natural resources to the inability to cultivate crops, in all respects, you have ever struggled to build a prosperous home. Thus, your understandable desire for new land. However, this would be unfortunate dismissal of what makes your forest uniquely valuable. I need to just do a dungeon, man. I've been reading too much. That is the soil. Our tests have proven without a doubt that the Jatika heartland is abundantly fertile. This may be surprising to hear, as you have seen crops fail time and time again, but we have discovered the root of this problem as well. The meteorites scattered throughout your forest emit an unusual energy that greatly influences the development of surrounding plant life. Some plants thrive on this energy, like the Najul and the giant trees that create the canopy, but others, as you well know, are sickened by it. Fortunately, the solution is simple. Across the salt is a place called Charlian. There is a peerless collection of flora sampled from every corner of the world. Now that we know what energies are most prevalent in your forest, we can offer you seeds and starters guaranteed to thrive here. I took the liberty of contacting a few colleagues via Linkborough. Should you desire them, a sample of our best candidates can be shipped here in short order. Just as Eorzea acquired the Poto and Tomato from Taral, so too might Mamuk benefit from foreign crops. You mean we'd be able to grow more than Najul here? Precisely. While care must be taken to choose those species that will not have an adverse effect on the ecosystem, your agricultural options... Stop it, BB10. Your agricultural options should increase markedly. And with the right crops, Mamuk will have all it needs to prosper, both at home and in trade. Blessed siblings don't have to be the answer anymore. Then there was never any need to fight? Never any need to sacrifice? We can't change the past, but we can try to make the future better. Let the old teachings end with us. I know blessed siblings represent absolute strength to you. Letting go of that idea can't be easy. But I'll prove that when we work together, our combined strength can achieve anything. Show us promise. If there's another way for our children in our home, we'll no longer suffer in silence. See what? Oh. Sometimes we have to fight alone, but not this time. Did you say a few words, Rizlan? Anything is possible when you work together. Our victory over Valigarmanda is proof of that. With faithful allies at your side, you can save even the entire star. In friends both old and new, you can find the light to banish the darkness. I don't know. These are all boring. Fine, we'll do this one. Saving the star is far beyond the scope of our needs, but I acknowledge the value of allies.
said what we've wanted to say. Now all that's left is to defeat my father's shade and the feet of the Brotherhood, and clear the way for Mamook's bright new future. Do not give us cause to question our faith in you, please. Live up to your words. I will. After we complete his feat, let's be sure to tell Zarielja the good news about his forest. I'm sure he's as eager as anyone to eat what tasty foods they'll grow here. Passion, even for the likes of him. You continue to eclipse me in every way. And then it is a simple choice. Don't be angry. Counting on you, Wuk Lamont. I nobody's saying they counting on me, the Warrior of Light, anymore. Screw this, I'm going back to Eorzea. At least the people know me there. Wuklamot's gone ahead to announce her readiness. I never imagined the samples we so feverishly collected for the Exodus would find new purpose here. But if they help these people improve their prospects, all the better. Anyway, we should go and meet our comrades where Zarielja made his own attempt. The final feat awaits. Whatever. Someone has got to fetch Zarielja. He should be here soon. I like strawberry. Of my homemade jellies, apricot's my favorite. Yes, I did make tuna casserole. I prepped it, so it's in the fridge. All I have to do is bake it. But apricot's my favorite jelly. Or jams.
Zarielja, I'm ready for the final feat.
Grown weary of postponing the inevitable, have you?
Something like that. You see, I've learned all sorts of things about Mamook and your people.
Is that supposed to impress me?
I now understand why I need to surpass blessed siblings. The cost of producing superior offspring is destroying your people's souls. Look at them, and you'll see this. So I'll defeat my father's shade, and prove to you that there's a better path for Mamook.
What drivel! Without the blessed, we are nothing but weaklings! Doomed to fade into obscurity.
Of course you're weak. We all are, each and every one of us. But when we join hands, we gain the strength to overcome any foe, even Vali Yarmanda.
Enough talk. Prove your mettle against Gulul Jaja, the finest warrior ever to have graced Tural.
fine by me. Not even Papa's shade will stop me from upholding his legacy.
I will fight alongside her. Claimants are not permitted to assist one another. Second promise. But you may observe your sister's pitiable attempt. I see. In that case... It seems I'm no longer a claimant. I am now free to participate, I trust. What are you scheming? Nothing. I've simply come to realize who is worthy of following in Father's footsteps. Not our brother. Not Bakul Jaja. And not me. You have always held the happiness of our people closest to your heart, Lamachi. So I will do everything in my power to ensure you ascend to the throne. This is how I shall repay Father for his kindness. This is how I shall serve Tuli Yolal.
Man, Quan is the best. That's why he should be Dawn Servant. If you don't want to be it,
I could always count on you, Kona. Thank you.
It will make no difference. Numbers matter not in the face of true might.
What are you talking about? It's all math.
Gulul Jaja, mightiest of the blessed. Arise!
Everyone ready?
Let's do it. You're not tanking, look. I'm taking. Get your ass behind the vanguard. Aaronville, go stand off to the side. There. Thanks.
No hard feelings, Papa. I've got a lot of hopes riding on my shoulders. And the only way forward is through you.
I'm the vanguard. Whatever.
Bear witness to our resolve.
The vanguard is the front of the lines in war.
So long as we stand together, we're unstoppable.
Sundered Baligarbanda scales.
Okay.
Blades of fire rain.
Oops. Guys, better heal me.
Take that!
never hungry for battle.
Whatever. I got a healer. Oh, it should be 2 healers, actually. Urion J and Alphino.
How is this?
Some manner of paralyzing effect. Defend the afflicted.
We must free them! Target the constricting flames!
Now I cannot run my flames.
Uh-oh. Well, sorry, guys.
For the machine!
Hey. That was kind of badass.
We shall triumph.
I don't know, man. I said no husbando, but I'm kind of thinking maybe. Alright, get out of here. Oh my god! That was just kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not alone.
Everything is glued to you.
We'll get through this.
I have your back. I shall assist thee.
I did not!
I know not who you are. I applaud to nothing.
Surely this will quench your thirst for battle.
Oof.
All the risen Kindle.
That was kind of lame. It's kind of lame. You know what I miss? Sir Emmerich.
Everyone, get behind me.
Growling.
I got a bad feeling about this.
You underestimate me. Man.
You have the strength to stand up to this.
I'm just saying.
I will be the next Dawn servant. I will protect my people.
I also kind of miss I Am of the First Brood. But for a totally different reason. He's like a little brother of Arshan.
Is that the best you can do?
Impressive! But I'm not finished yet.
We will see Lamachi become Dawntrail! For Tuliola!
That's my old man for you.
I refuse to accept this.
Ain't that a bit stubborn? Even for you.
Erugadin? It couldn't be...
Tanqua! It's been too long.
It has indeed. You're looking more imposing since last I saw you, Wuklamat.
Tanqua?
You're not a mega husband, though.
Galul Jaja insisted I take one, saying my birth name was too cumbersome for the local tongues.
That birth name being Ketenram, I presume?
No! Ketenram's that legendary Eorzean sailor. The one with the pickled cabbage.
We can talk about me cabbage later. Zarelja, whether you like it or no, these young'uns accomplished the feat. To deny Wuklamat her reward would be to betray the Dawn Servant's trust.
And what should she be rewarded for? Calling upon her minions to carry her to victory!
He ain't wrong. Like, seriously. You're the Autarch of Mamuk. Show some dignity, man. Totally.
I don't have dignity. Not anymore. I wagered everything on this feat. And by the same token, I understand the enormity of your accomplishment.
Together, we can achieve anything. You needn't place your faith in the promise of blessed siblings.
How would you have us reclaim our glory?
I don't know.
With friendship and community.
No! Power of friendship. I'm tired of it. How about the power of the backshottings?
You should be more sparing with your offers of clemency.
I agree.
Especially to a man who has sacrificed countless young lives. Nevertheless, I will fulfill my charge as Elector. In recognition of your feat, I bestow upon you
A keystone. Congratulations are nearly in order, I suppose. I'm confident that you will find the Golden City in no time. You've grown much, and more during this journey. Become someone ready to lead our nation. Little Lamachi no longer. As your brother, I couldn't be more proud.
Kona. Thank you.
I must express my gratitude for your cooperation. And my regret for failing to live up to expectations.
Nonsense. If you believe Wuk-Lamat is the woman for the job, then you have our wholehearted support.
One last thing. I wish to speak to you both from the heart. Unpracticed as I am, this may sound hackneyed, but I am truly grateful to have met you.
Words spoken with such feeling would resonate with any fortunate enough to hear them. Though our journey together hath ended, ever shall we cherish the memories.
Aye. And should you require further esoteric musings or biting witticisms, don't hesitate to call. I dare say we'll come flocking. But I get ahead of myself. As I recall, our contract remains in effect until we've escorted the second promise back to the capital.
I leave my sister in your capable hands. See that she returns home safely.
You've still miles to go yet, Wuk-Lamat. The ride ain't over till you find the City of Gold.
I know. But if I can come this far, I can go all the way.
It is. I agree. It's up there with Lewis.
Let's go and tell the people of our victory. Third promise. You brought everyone? We're just coming to you. You did it, Mililja. You proved to the Autarch that not even my father's full power could overcome the strength of our fellowship. I knew you would. It was right to trust you. You fulfilled your promise. Now it's our turn. You have shown us another way. That we can build the lives we've always wanted here in our homeland without sacrifice. Since our new crops will come from across the salt, I suppose we will have to treat with outsiders. As equals, of course. Inside or outside, we're all just people, no matter what we look like or where we're born. If you're not used to all the color and variety, differences can feel like obstacles. By learning more about what makes us different, We can also find common ground in places we never expected. Something new may become something you love. And someone you once hated might one day become your friend. You never know unless you keep an open mind. And while it may feel scary, taking that first step towards understanding is always worth it. Of course, learning about outsiders may well help Mamook grow. But what happens when they learn about us and what we've done? They will not. For generations our covenant has been kept secret, and so shall it remain. The atrocities committed here were facilitated by the autarchs. We and no one else are responsible. For my deeds, I am prepared to forfeit my life. But I will not suffer others to be damned alongside me. No one's being damned, and your life isn't forfeit. Last thing the city needs is more death. Okul Jaja hasn't fought this hard for this long, only to lose his father. If you truly feel responsible, be the first person to extend understanding to others on behalf of Mamook. Your community is waiting for you, here and in Tuliolal. We can still make things right, my love. Choose a different side of history. Thank you, Third Promise. Thank you for everything. You still owe me an explanation about that cabbage, you know. He looks like the Mega Chad guy a little bit. The Giga Chad guy with the, like, really chiseled face. He kind of does.